Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back on the channel. So, in today's video we're gonna review the DJI mic. It's a wireless lavalier mic. I got this version where I have the charging case, and inside the charging case there is one receiver and two microphones. But you can also get a version where you only get the receiver and one microphone. And this version I got is around 220 euros right now. Definitely watch out for Black Friday or Black Week. You might be able to, get some nice deals on this already pretty good price. And the one mic with the receiver is 150 euros. So you're basically paying 70 euros extra for the extra mic and the charging case. And to be honest, even though I'm not recording with another person usually, I definitely prefer this version because I can just plug in one USB-C cable in here and my microphone, both microphones and the receiver gets charged, so I don't have to plug them in individually. I always know when this is fully charged that my all my mics and everything is charged, plus this acts as an extra battery, so this has definitely more battery life than the mic and the receiver on its own. There is a successor to this model, so there's the DJI Mic 2, and obviously there's a bunch of other wireless lavalier mics out there as well. The DJI Mic Pro Mic 2 is 350 euros for two mics and a charging case, so this version basically just, a little bit better, and 210 euros for one receiver and one microphone, and without the charging case, of course, which is quite a steep price if you ask me. When this one came out, I think it was roughly around the same price, and since then it's dropped because obviously it's not the top line anymore. But in this review I want to show you why this might be a really good fit for you in 2024, and why you might consider buying this instead of the version 2 or some of the other microphone third-party options that are available out there. So, really nice thing is it comes with USB-C charge. You have 8 gigabytes of space on each of these microphones, so this equals out to around 14 hours of recording on this. So if I turn this on, let me just show you. The green light is now blinking, which means that it's trying to connect to the receiver, and I can just hit the rec button and boom, there's the red light, and now the microphone is recording everything that it captures onto an internal storage that you can then read out via USB-C to your PC or whatever, and just have individual WAV files recordings that you can use in case, for example, your microphone loses the connection to the receiver, or whatever it is. Maybe you don't have the receiver with you, or it's not fully charged or something. This is really handy. They claim to have 250 meters of range with this microphone, which is obviously cap. Like you're never gonna have 250 meters of reach. I think it's about 50 meters if you're outside. Inside it's like 10 meters or something. Depends a little bit also whether or not you're standing with facing to the receiver or not, but don't believe this. It's not true. As said, it has 15 hours of battery life, which is quite impressive to be honest. Obviously I never used it to that extent. I usually film for 30 minutes to 1.5 hours with this before I get back into the case and charging. But if you're on a longer trip and you don't have any charging options available, 15 hours of battery life might become really handy. Something that I also really like about this is that with the microphone you can either just clip this onto your shirt or something. So I'll just show you. I can just grab it and clip it in like this. But sometimes you don't want this to be at a spot where you can actually clip it in. So it also comes with this magnet on the back. So if I just get this off, I can use this to position it everywhere on my shirt. And this is really nice because the sound quality is usually a little better down there and it's not in your way so much. So this is definitely a nice addition that you have both options available. And obviously it also comes with a few accessories. So first of all, we have these two wind muffs for both two mics that do a really good job. We also have this cable, so you can, when you connect the microphone, the receiver to your camera, you need to have this 3.5 millimeter TRS cable ready to plug the output of the receiver into your camera's input, you know. Obviously, you don't need a charging case to charge all of this. I probably should have said it earlier. Each of these devices have a USB-C charging port right there. Yeah, then it also comes with the set USB-C cable, so you can charge either the individual devices or the whole thing with that cable. And obviously you can also connect the microphones to your PC or to your phone or whatever and copy over the files that you need from the internal recording. Then, in order to connect the receiver to your phone or to your camera, you have these two adapters. So we have one USB-C adapter and one Lightning, and basically these slide in to the bottom of the receiver. So you have these connections right there, and you just slide this in. Just don't get it wrong, just like that. And then when you hook this up to your, in this case, like iPhone, because it's a Lightning adapter, then you have the audio going directly through this thing. No need to connect any cables, any Bluetooth, nothing. It's just connected instantly. You also have, oh, let me get this out real quick. You also have this, which is a cold shoe adapter, and this is meant to also slide in the same spot, but it has any electrical connections. But this way you can mount the receiver on top of your camera, just like this. So you now have the screen available and can actually see what is going on, how the levels are, if anything is peaking or something, which is, you know, just quite handy. It also comes with this pocket, which is real nice. Inside the charging case you have space for both mics, the receiver and the three adapters, but in order to, you know, have the cable and the wind muffs and everything, there's also this nice DJI pocket, which is really handy. You can just, you know, stuff everything in there and close it, and you can take it with you and you're ready to go. Now let's come to my actual thoughts about this thing. We're first gonna do like all the positive stuff and what I like about this, and then we'll come to the stuff that's maybe a little bit more, you know, on the downside and what might not live up to today's standards. So first of all, I really like the long-lasting battery. Like, I think I had this case, you can see it's on 3 out of 4 charging spots, so 70% charged, and I think I charged it like once or twice since I had this. And obviously I'm not filming all too much. There might be people that use this way more often or on a daily basis even, but for me the battery just lasts forever, especially with the charging case, so I really like that. Also, it's so easy to use. Basically I just flip the case open, the receiver and the mics instantly connect. I take them out, I place the mic here, I place the receiver on my camera, connect it with the cable, and once I set my levels, I'm basically ready to go. You know, I don't have to change anything. It's just really, really easy. Also, something that obviously plays into this is that it has a quite good price point, I think. Like, the materials are really good. I never had any issues with it, so the overall quality is good, and that you then pay $220 for it is, I think, really fair. I'm not sure about the value of the mic and the receiver, so you only have these. Because with only €70 price gap between the other version with like the charging case and the mic, I'm not sure if that is worth it, because there's also, you know, like third-party microphones available that have the charging case and the second mic, and they're still like 150, 160 euros. But I think for this whole package, it's a really good value, you know. I also like the audio quality of these, so it's super nice. You can clip them literally wherever you want, you know. I can have them hanging like right here, on my t-shirt, on my jacket. I saw one dude on YouTube who actually, you know, had a cap on and had it like clipped like this on his hat, and it worked super perfectly. Like, the audio quality is really, really good. I'm not sure how they do it actually, but it's just fine. It's just good. Also, the wind muffs come in super handy because if you don't use them, you can sometimes get, especially if you're outside, you can sometimes get, you know, this really bad noise from like the wind that's going into the mic. And even though these are super small, like I never thought that they would actually work so well. But hey, let me actually show you. They do a really good job of providing coverage for the wind. And they're also super easy to set up. So you just take the mic, and you see right there is the spot where you put them on, and I can just, you know, put them on the right spot, turn it once, and boom, they're secured, they're in place, can't get them off. And it also doesn't look too bad, you know. It's obviously the mic looks way sleeker if you just have it like this, but also the wind muff isn't like really ugly or something. I also, as said, I never had any connection issues. Everything worked fine. I usually don't even use the internal record button, even though you probably should use that. But yeah, it's just really nice. Also, I already said, you know, you can clip this on, you can use the magnet. It's just, there's a variety of ways you can use this and have this on. So I really like it. Also, you can just hold it in your hand and record like this. And while you would get really bad noises with like other mics that just hold in your hand and you tap your fingers on it and stuff, it's not the case with this. Also, a feature that's super nice, I think, is that you have inside here, you have the space to put the receiver, and then there's also the space, I'm just going to show you, where you put all the adapters in. But the thing that I really enjoy is that, so give me a second. The thing that I really enjoy is that you can also leave them on even if you're not using it right now. So this is what it looks like if you have like the receiver on its own and like all the three adapters in their place where it should be. But let's say I put on the cold shoe adapter. Yeah, takes a second, and I'm gonna come to the adapters and how they're really stiff in a minute. Now I can put this on, and I don't have to take it off before I put it back into here. So I just put it in like this, and I don't have to, you know, take it off. Same thing goes for these adapters. Then they just go into that little slide right there. My finger's in right now. So that's just super handy, you know. At first I was a little bit disappointed because I didn't realize you could actually do this, but once I figured it out, I was like, yeah, this is just good engineered. You know, it's not the craziest thing you could think of, and obviously not the most crazy feature, but it's just handy in day-to-day use, you know. Also, I already said that like the quality of these is super good. Like it just feels good in your hand, like it feels durable. I'm not afraid to, you know, take this out with me. Also, there's like no scratches, nothing on like the box, even though I had this out with me a few times already. So it just feels solid, you know. It doesn't feel like it's easy to break or something. Also, last really nice feature that I really like is with the receiver, you have a touchscreen on here. So in order to do all the settings and stuff, you don't need to have an app or something connected. You just use this touchscreen. So you can either slide down and we get access to like a menu where you can do all the settings, set the gain, set the language, everything. And then if you slide up, why isn't it working? Because we don't have a mic connected. If you slide up, you actually get the option to format the internal what's called the internal space of the microphones and stuff. So it's just, you know, it's really easy to use. And even though when I first saw this, I was like, nah, this touchscreen isn't going to work. It's not going to be good enough. It's super small, but once you get the hang of it, it's really nice to use, and the touchscreen and the menus are made really good, so it's easy to use them, even though they're kind of small. And even if you have like, I don't have the smallest hands in the world, but even for me, it's easy to navigate and easy to use, and it gives you quite a few options as well. So after praising this device so much, let's talk a little bit about the downsides and what I don't like. First of all, obviously, I already told you that 250 meters distance is just marketing. It's just cap. It won't work like this. You're gonna have serious connection issues from that distance. Um, Also, something that's maybe minor, but I just talked about the touchscreen being nice and easy to use. I wish there was like a dial on here, and they actually implemented a dial on the second version of the microphone, and I think it would be just super handy to, you know, set like the levels for the receiver. Like if you set it on here, it looks like this, and you have to manually like, oops, and I have to manually like drag it back and forth. And even though that kind of works, it's just, you know, it's just not comfortable. I would like a dial on here. Also, the microphones have no touchscreen, so all the settings have to be done through this receiver, which you get the hang of it. But sometimes I wish it would be like a touchscreen on the microphone, so I could set like at least the input for the audio. Something that I really don't like, and like it just makes it 10 times worse, even though like there's an easy fix for this, is this cable. And that's because it's way too short. So I wish I could show you, but obviously I'm filming with my camera right now. If I have the receiver on my camera, so it's facing like the way of the screen, so away from the lens, away from me, but towards the screen. Then the output is on the right side, and my microphone input on my camera is on the right side. So it's like this, and I can just connect this, put it into the output, and the cable is super short. It works. There's nothing bad about this. But once I turn this thing into the other direction, so it faces me when I'm filming myself, the output is on the left side, and my input is still on the right side. So when I then plug in the cable and I try to get it into my input on my camera, there's no way it's gonna fit. The cable's just too short for that. So for me, who's filming myself regularly, this is just, I don't understand it, man. You either make the cable longer or give me a second cable that is longer, so I can actually connect it this way. Because yeah, when I'm filming, I want to see the levels of the input, and, you know, be able to easily take control and, you know, just level everything, even if I'm not sitting behind the camera, but rather in front of it like I'm right now. And yeah, $2.50, and you get a longer cable. And I also got like one in here, and I'm using it quite a lot. So it's not a hard fix for me as a customer. But when I purchase something like this that is quite expensive and is supposed to be a fully featured and, you know, just ready to use product, this is a little bit disappointing, and I just don't like it. Also, something that is again like a little bit too much maybe, is that this cold shoe adapter is not able to transfer the audio. So Sony implemented a new system where you can actually use compatible mics with the cameras, where you can just slide in your mic onto a hot shoe, a cold shoe, I mean, and basically the audio gets transferred, so you don't need a mic. And this technique, like this is quite new. It's not been there forever, but it's super useful. You know, I wouldn't have to worry about my cable. I wouldn't have to worry about bringing the cable with me. It was just sliding it in, and it's just one step less to take. But it's not with this cold shoe adapter, and DJI actually sells a adapter that does this for the mic 2, so you can connect the mic 2 without, you know, any cables. But they haven't made an adapter for the DJI mic, and this is just something what I don't understand, because there is like, it would be really easy to make an adapter for this as well, because there is the electronic connections down here. We just have to make something that is similar to this, just with electronics down here to slide into the adapter from Sony, and they, for whatever reason, they didn't do it, which I guess is okay, and, you know, you don't need it. The cable works fine as well, but it's just, it would be nice to have it, you know. Also, yeah, the adapters for this thing are a little bit too tight, I feel like. And when I put them in, it's always like, I always feel like I'm almost breaking them, and obviously that would be like worst case. And this one, for example, this cold shoe adapter is purely made out of plastic, so it's really like not that strong, I feel like. So when I put it on and it almost feels like it's breaking, a little bit flimsy, I definitely don't like that. Yeah, and the last thing that is not on this, and that might be a deal breaker for you, is that there is no active noise cancellation. So the mics just don't have noise cancellation. And I don't, for me personally, I don't think this is a bad thing. Like, obviously it's a feature that's become a standard on many modern like cameras and microphones and stuff, and headphones even. But I sometimes find it quite, I don't know, it's a little bit weird when you see people outside and they're filming, but and you know there's gonna be a ton of background noise like cars and birds and like just, you know, ambience, and but you don't hear it. You just hear like the audio being clean as you recorded in the studio. And you know, it's good to have noise cancellation, and it's really a good feature, especially if like near to, you know, highways and there's a lot of traffic and or like a lot of background noise. But to be honest, for me, it's not as important as that I would be willingly pay the price to upgrade to the Mic 2, which DJI has included the active noise cancellation with the DJI Mic 2, which is, I think, the biggest selling point for them as well. But yeah, for me, that's not a problem. But yeah, overall, let's come to a final conclusion. Overall, this is a really good product. I really like it. The quality is really good, and it's good value nowadays. If you can get like a good Black Friday deal, man, it's a no-brainer if you need like a wireless mic. Never had any connection issues. Everything works fine. Super easy to set up. When you're not regularly switching like the people that you record, you just, you know, make your gain staging once, and, you know, set in the receiver gain and the microphone gain, and then you're ready to go for basically forever. I also really like the look of these, to be honest, especially compared to the DJI Mic 2, which, you know, they try to make them look a little bit sleeker, a little more modern, show the tech that's inside, but I feel like these are way less distractive compared to the DJI Mic 2, and I think this is also why a lot of like big YouTubers that would have the money to upgrade are still using these, because they're just like less distractive and just look like you don't notice them all too much if you're just watching a video or something. But yeah, I think if you can live with the downsides being the no active noise cancellation, the short cable, which is an easy fix, as said, that there's no dial and all that stuff. If you can live with these like minor downsides, I think this thing is a really beast when it comes to wireless microphones, even in 2024, and really good value. DJI is a big company. Not gonna, obviously there's cheaper stuff out there from like China and like small companies that make these mics as well, and they might be as good too. But I feel like these DJI mics, you know, just when I see a video and someone has these on, I'm like, yeah, he knows what he's talking about. I don't care. Really like them. So, with all that being said, the video has been going on quite a while now. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment down below what your thoughts are about these, if you want to get these, if you have these or the Mic 2s or whatever, how you like them, what you like or don't like about them, if I missed anything. And yeah, I wish you a wonderful day, and see you in the next video. Bye.